is Answer Me This, part of the Friday Fuel and Fatherhood in Focus podcast. I'm Aidan, the founder of the Modern Fatherhood Club, and I want to take you on a journey. This whole series is devoted to pushing you and helping you to get to the bottom of your motivations behind your fatherhood story. Everything that I share within these episodes is designed to test you, to push you, to drive you forward. It's designed to get the best out of you. It's focused on what's really important. But in order to focus on what's important, you truly need to understand your motivation. But you've also got to understand how you got to where you are today. Now, you could be totally comfortable in your position. If you are, amazing. I'm proud of you for getting to that position. I was restless. It wasn't that I needed to do more as a dad. I was restless in myself as a man. As a parent, I knew I was capable of leading from the front. But there was so much noise that I needed to unpick it, uncover it, challenge myself to go a little deeper. So a lot of this stuff that you're going to hear is part of a journaling script that I wrote to help me dig a little deeper. So the question set that you're going to see, you're going to hear, is designed for you to answer them. There's a PDF that goes along with it. And if you do want to dive deeper, then like and subscribe to the podcast or even the YouTube channel. And all of our resources are available on themodernfatherhoodclub.com. But for me, Answer Me This was something that I needed to get out there. I needed to talk more openly about my fatherhood story, but I also needed to kind of help you relate to me, relate to the things that I think about, the things that I talk to my friends about in the pub if we were talking about our journeys as dads. Because the pressure's on. The pressure to lead is right there in front of us. But there's so much noise around us at all times. There's so many things that distract us. There's so many things that we allow to distract them that sometimes we just lose sight of who we are and the role that we want to play and the impact that we want to have and ultimately the influence that we want to have on their lives, because we're here to shape lives. We're here to help them grow. We're here to help them thrive, build their confidence, become unstoppable, but also to understand their limitations, their weaknesses, not so that they hold them back, but so that they can overcome them. Because part of my story, that breakdown in April 2020, was because I ignored the pressure. I ignored everything that I'd been through. I just sat on it and ignored it. It was always there, and it was always eating away at my confidence. And you can't have that in this role. You cannot allow the outside world to influence who you are in front of them, how you show up, that connection that you're trying to build, because it will erode their confidence, it will erode their passion, it will lead them to feeling conflicted in the future. We shape lives. We have to be in a position of power, authority, strength, confidence, courage, because I believe if we're not, then they're not seeing the version of you that's authentic. They're not seeing the version of you that shows up every day, that can disconnect, that can give them what they need. Because what they need is so simple, but it does need you to be present of mind. So let's start. The question this week is, we're present, but are we really alive? As always, I want you to challenge the way that you think about your role, because every interaction leaves a lasting impression. But before you do think, let's get brutally honest for a second. Not for shame, but for clarity. Are you truly building a legacy or just a lifestyle? If you're prepared to answer, like, subscribe, and join the Modern Fatherhood Club. Look, I know you're focused on building emotional safety, creating stability, showing up even when your tank's on empty. But here's the cost. What they're getting is love, but not always the best version of that love. And that's the part that hurts the most, right? Because you know you've got more to give. You're not tapping out, but you are running low. And when they see the shadow instead of the full man, it leaves a mark. So this week, I want you to focus on moving from awareness to impact. And you can do that if you understand the legacy you want to leave behind. In my world, we're doing everything right. They've got love, stability, safety. But are they getting us, or just what's left? When I set out on this journey, I hadn't thought about legacy. What I felt was conflict. Where was my time more valuable? Where would I add the most value and feel valued? The answer's simple, right? It is. But it doesn't stop you questioning every move, decision, and every opportunity. My children need to feel valued. They need to understand value. Not financial value, but the value that they hold inside. Why? Because it's that inner steel and determination that our children don't see. They see distance, but they can't link the two. They see mum and dad busy and distracted. They don't see how hard you have to work to keep all these plates spinning. You want them to learn from you. You want them to take on your best qualities. But what if those qualities are overshadowed by your drive to create more? And that's where the problem lies. Are we showing them how to live? I think we show them the value of hard work, a home, holidays. But the hard work is done whilst they're in bed or when they're at school. Presence for me is disconnecting from everything. Locking that phone in another room, sitting on the sofa, and letting them snuggle into you. Presence is play, it's laughter, it's joy, it's stillness, it's craziness. It's those things that make you feel alive. Too often we're weighed down by tomorrow and worrying about that next thing. One day you're not going to be here. What are they going to remember? Let me tell you what I'll remember about my dad. Always there, no matter what. No matter the problem, he drops everything to help. During my darkest times, he was there, never absent, always present. No matter the distance, Swansea, Bristol, Bromley, Epsom, Leicester, those moments when you're most vulnerable, he was there. Never pushed for the answer, just made space. Even today, he's helping renovate our house. He's supporting us as we try to get the house to a place where we can actually live in it comfortably. Forever in his debt and forever grateful. But it's big shoes to fill, right? Today our boys see a couple who won't quit, who go to war for them, but they also see stress, tired eyes, short tempers, rushed mornings. And deep down, we know this isn't who we want to be. I think it's the reality of modern parenting, a constant juggle, never slowing down, always testing your sanity. And that's where we differ from our parents. What did you do on a Saturday? Maybe the shopping, the chores, catching up on the week. You followed them. But today, after a hectic week, the world allows me to create more time. I don't have to do the shopping. I don't have to run errands. Almost everything can be done through my phone. So it creates more time. But instead, we fill that time. Weekends are filled with activities, bouncing from one party to the next, playdate to playdate. We live for them, but in the chaos they still don't see the version of us they need. We don't slow down, and by the end of the weekend, we're tired, they're tired, and the time to connect has flown by. We're teaching them to run out of energy when we need to slow down, take a moment to connect, make memories, and help them understand the importance of rest. We lead busy lives, so we do everything we can to give them more. But ask yourself this, in the moments when you do slow down and show up, what conversations go on? What activities do they enjoy most? When we're tired, what are they seeing? How does your parenting style change? After a tough interaction at work, how engaged are you? Are you present? Who do they see and what do they feel? We're not broken, but we're showing up as shadows of who we are when we're aligned, when we're joyful, when we're not buried under deadlines and doing everything right at the cost of doing what's real. It hurts because it's true. It hurts because it's real. It hurts because we care. And that pain, well, that's the pressure of unrealised potential, not failure. You're not off course, you're aware. This is the moment where it changes. Today I challenge you to show up differently. I challenge you to put that phone to one side and dive into whatever it is. I challenge you to take them to the park after school, grab an ice cream and sit with them. I mean, really sit with them, listen to their day. Let them tell you about what they've been through, how they feel, what they love. Let their laughter fill your cup. Engage, empower, enchant. Your biggest opportunity to make a shift is right now. The biggest motivation is right in front of you. You're choosing not to change. I know that stings. That's how I felt. I escaped the burnout in April 2020. I almost lost everything. But that failure to appreciate the pain, the need for something more fulfilling, well, it stopped me showing up when my wife needed it and when my young son needed me. My baby boy, he was fine. At 9 days old, he wants mum, and only mum. She needed a clear-headed, supportive partner, and dad, she got distracted, angry, and frustrated man. My eldest son, well, he needed a dad who was there, never absent, always present. A dad willing to make space. Because when you make space, you connect and teach them to feel the love, warmth, passion, energy, pride. You teach them to feel seen. So are you truly building a legacy or just a lifestyle? To help you, I've pulled together some questions. These are the questions that I needed to answer after April 2020. They helped me gain a better understanding of the impact that I wanted to have on my young family. I wanted to know what I was missing and if it was something that would allow me to build a better connection with them. I wanted to understand what was contributing to my stress and what would allow me to feel less stressed, more relaxed and happier. I wanted to understand the obstacles that I was facing and how they were impacting my day-to-day family life. I needed to understand what I wanted from my role as a father, and I had to articulate what I wanted for my kids and how I would deliver it. There were things that I wanted to share with my kids, and there were things I deprioritised because we'd had them. I needed to understand what these things were. This decision to deprioritise things that made me smile was having a massive impact on my relationships, and I needed to assess how continuing on that path would impact them in the longer term. Most important of all, I needed to understand what my kids and partner needed. These questions, they gave me clarity. Legacy, though, rests in the last one. What do you want for them, and how will you deliver it? Your legacy is built on the example that you set. My dad, always there, always available. No distance has ever been too far. I'm still building my legacy. My wife is too. But what we're focused on more than anything right now as we head toward the summer holidays is living. If you're open to the challenge, answer the questions. Like, subscribe, and join the Modern Fatherhood Club. They don't need luxury. They need laughter. They don't need perfection. They need presence. They don't even need 24/7 attention. They just need the best version of their parents when you're together. It's never going to be easy. They'll challenge you, question you, fight you, and no more than you did at the same age. But our willingness to be present in the finite moments we share with them is what they are going to remember. They won't remember that game, that Roblox game or Fortnite skin. They'll remember where Dad was when they needed him. They'll remember how you made them feel when they were having a tough time. And they'll remember where Dad was, who he was, what he taught them. Just remember, effective parenting isn't just about being present, it's about being capable. This is about our legacy, one that's built on light, on energy, on reclaiming joy. Because the truth is, they'll remember the feeling more than the structure. And for me, I want my boys to remember the joy that they had at home. As always, I'm Aidan. This is Answer Me This, a series dedicated to pushing you to go deeper on your fatherhood story. Remember, our resources are all available at themodernfatherhoodclub.com, and our guide to avoiding burnout and focusing on the right things is available now for free. And for those of you willing to take a step up and elevate your fatherhood story and become truly present, the new Dad Recharge is available right now for £49. And we've thrown in Fatherhood Unleashed to keep you honest, accountable, and focused on your impact. This has been Aidan. This is Answer Me This. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.